هنا في هذا المكان أعلن باتريك بيرس ورفاقه الاستقلال بعد 6 أيام من القصف والحصار. أعلنوا الاستسلام. فدعونا نقلب صفحات عن هذا الحادث الأليم. القوات الإنجليزية الأحياء التي يجتمع فيها الثوار. وبعد 6 أيام من القصف والدمار أرغمت أغلب فصائل المقاومة على الاستسلام، كما تم إعدام قادة الثورة أمام محاكم عسكرية، وكانت هي الشرارة التي أشعلت هذا التعامل الوحشي وما سبقه هو الذي جعل عامة الشعب يتعاطف مع الثورة والثوار ليطرد الإنجليز. ولإلقاء الضوء على هذا الموضوع نستضيف اليوم الصحفي بيتر كيرني. Hi Peter, how are you today?
Very good, thank you very much for inviting me here.
Thanks for coming. My first question is, can you tell me a little bit about the Easter Rising, please?
Yeah, well, I guess it's a big question. It's very hard to summarize it in one go. But I guess the Easter Rising was the 1916 Easter Rising in Dublin was probably the most important year in modern Irish political history. It was a rebellion by a group of men and women, nationalist Republicans and socialists, to begin the overthrow of British rule in Ireland. So it started here in Easter 1916 on the 24th of April, and it went until the 30th of April. So it lasted 6 to 7 days. Now the order to surrender actually came on the 29th of April, but it finished itself on the 30th of April.
Okay.
Yes.
That's great. What about after the declaration of the independence? What was the reaction of the British Army?
Well, when they read the proclamation here at the start of the Easter Rising, it was soon after that the British got involved. The British sent 16,000 troops here over the week to Dublin to fight the rebellion, whereas the rebels themselves consisted of roughly 1,200 to 1,500 rebels against such a strong force. The British sent a lot of artillery and even sent a boat up the River Liffey here, which bombarded parts of the city as well.
And how many people were executed in that time here?
Well, in the rebellion itself, there was roughly 450 to 500 people died in the rebellion itself in that week. The majority of those, sadly, were civilians. Over about 50%, 54%. Around about 30% were British military or policemen, and the remainders were rebels themselves who died. Afterwards, the British executed 16 of the leaders at the time. 7 of those were the people who signed the proclamation that they read out here at the start of the rising. Now, it was really it was a move that really cost the British, because the rebellion wasn't terribly popular here among the Irish people or the people in Dublin, but when the leaders were executed, that tide turned against the British and in favour of Irish independence.
Oh, thank you very much, Peter. Thank you.
Not at all. You're very welcome.
Thank you. Thank you.
So take a tip and leave us when you may.